been filming the new Mad Max film. Chris Hemsworth is up there now for the filming. You might see Thor.
I'm seeing if I can find the film crew. I'm gonna see if there's any film-looking people. So I'm seeing these like convoys of trucks. They're coming out for the movie for sure. Man, if I die, or if something happens, no one's gonna find out for like a few days, and I have no signal. I can't let anyone know. Exactly. I should have just went home. This is a story on how I went ahead and drove all the way to the desert. It was a 13-hour drive that I did all on my own. It was this crazy adventure. There were so many ups, so many downs, times where I got stuck, times that I wasn't sure I was going to make it out, but it was such an amazing freaking journey. Let's jump right into day one. So it's a 13-hour drive, so the first goal is to get to Griffith. We just arrived at the first town, Arden. I'm gonna figure out where I can get some lunch. So they call it silo art. Silo art is this massive, giant, beautiful sort of, where there's this cool giant building. It's just amazing. But now I'm gonna go to Griffith, where I'm gonna stay that night, but I was recommended one stop in between, which is Tamora, and there's like some aviation museum. So let's check that out. This super duper cool museum where there's all these old sort of aeroplanes, and it was so cool. I felt like I was in Top Gun. So cool just to see all these old war aeroplanes. But the sun is setting. I'm literally going to be racing the sun to Griffith. This is where I'll be staying for the night. Made it before sunset. I'm going to use the night to go ahead and buy lunch, fill up the car, do everything during night, so that tomorrow morning I can just leave and go straight. Day 2, wake up super early because I want to get a head start on the day, and I go ahead and I quickly have some breakfast, and I'm so excited. So the first stop is I want to get to Balranald Visitor Center. Now it's crazy. On the way, I see these fields, and it's just white. And as I'm pulling up to, I'm like, holy crap, this is freaking a cotton farm. Now, as I put up the drone, it was crazy. This lady pulls into the driveway.
This is my parents' place.
Oh, it's beautiful. This is cotton, correct?
Our farm.
Yeah, this is the first time ever seeing it in real life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Come pick some?
Yeah, I'd love to actually. And it was crazy. Like, she invited me to, check out the cotton farm, and she gave me some to take on the road. Alright, so they invited me inside, and I'm gonna go inside and check out the massive cotton picking machine. Apparently it picks machine on its own. The machine was giant, like the wheel itself was my height.
Cotton's gone up in price, and you get about 4 actual bales of cotton, about $3,000 to $4,000 now at the current price.
$700 per hectare, or 7,000.
7,000 gross
Whoa.
at the moment.
Joe was super cool. He gave me a whole tour. He broke down everything. He broke down the mats. It was so cool just to get a farmer's perspective in person, and it was so kind to just invite me in to show me everything. That was like a 30-40 minute detour, but I'm glad I did it. Sometimes I get a bit anxious about time, but fuck it, things will work itself out. I should just let go. 2.5 hours away, and there's already gravel roads. What the hell? Thank God it was only a small segment. It's back to roads. Nope, I got jinxed. It's back to gravel roads. There's an emu there. Emu! It looks like the savannah. No signal, 0 bars. Shit's getting real. Finally made it to the town. Haven't seen houses and cars and buildings for the last like 3 hours while driving. Let's start collecting information for this road trip. That's where we want to go. Wow, looks so cool. So I got a ton of valuable information, and I found out there's some roads that I can't take to the next location tomorrow. And I also found out that Broken Hill, they're filming Mad Max with Chris Hemsworth. So I might fucking see Chris Hemsworth. Quick detour. Vinny's out in the countryside usually always have cool stuff. Found some pretty cool stuff. I'm so happy with that suede jacket. One last fuel stop before I go into the desert. So this is the information center. I asked for some directions, so I'm here. So I need to go back to main camp, it looks like. So here's a campground. Pretty sick campsite, not gonna lie. Alright, so I just finished setting up the camp tent. There's a campsite for tonight. I don't know how I'll figure out dinner when it's dark. I'll figure it out. So I went ahead and drove all the way to this Mungo lookout just before sunset, and they call it the Wall of China because it looks like this wall of China basically. And now darkness fall. Driving back in pitch dark was definitely not fun. I met this beautiful couple where they invited me to eat with them, and then they go ahead and create this amazing Australian damper mix. And then you put it into the fire and it creates this amazing freaking tasty bread. And then after dinner, I run back to my camp that I set up and I snuggled in and try to get as warm as possible. Next day, day 3, I wake up, I make a simple breakfast, get some salami, get some biscuit, pack up my campsite, and I quickly check out this lookout on the campsite before I run off to the Mungo National Park tour. I was planning to just like sneak on, but since he had this whole checklist and he somehow was asking people for their names, I was like, better if I just tell him up front that I want to join. The tour was so amazing, just being able to learn the history and learn everything about Mungo National Park, how everything that we're standing on was underwater thousands of years ago. It was so cool. Wow, I feel like a kid again. This is 40,000 years old. These are extinct Tasmanian tiger teeth. Bye bye, Mungo National Park, Mad Max vibes. I'm gonna go there today. Now after I finished this amazing tour, I quickly do this drive to the Red Top Lookout. On the way driving out, it's just started raining. It was crazy just driving in the middle of the desert with so much rain. Before I leave, I quickly check out this amazing old woolshed in Mungo National Park. Now it's time to drive 400,000 kilometers across the desert to Broken Hill. The car's freaking stuck. Okay, I'll try to go this way. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes. Yes! I have no freaking signal, so like I would have been fucked. That's a lesson learned. Man, a two-wheel drive in the middle of nowhere with no signal, bad recipe. Then I make it to Broken Hill, finally. I call a bunch of motels, everyone's fully booked out due to a Mad Max movie, but luckily there's an accommodation at Silverton. So I'm gonna go there now, half an hour, sun setting, racing the sun once again, always racing the freaking sun. Now when I get to Silverton Hotel, I'm recommended to drive out just before sunset to visit Mundi Plains. So I'm seeing these like convoys of trucks. I can't really follow them because it's not like they're gonna let me in. Something is definitely happening out there. And it's definitely the movie. Wow, maybe that's the film crew, probably up there. The hotel was so cool. It's this old school deserty sort of cowboy looking sort of restaurant. Day 4, I wake up early and I check out Silverton. Silverton is this cool deserty town and it's just so cool. You see all these cool broken setups, you see the Mad Max Museum. I quickly see this cool fridge in the middle of nowhere. I open the fridge, there's a bunch of books, which is pretty cool. I made a quick detour to Daydream Mine. I was like, I'm here, let's check out this cool mine. I haven't ever checked out a mine before, so let's quickly check this out. Alright, I'm at the visitor center now. Time to collect some important information. Alright, as you can see, I filled up, I got 700 kilometers worth of fuel, but no fuel for 170 kilometers. How scary is that? Going to Mirrabooka National Park, 131 kilometers away. Alright, Mirrabooka and White Cliffs are on the same road. This is so sketch. I think my car can take it. I learned my lesson from last time. How do I get through here? Because I'm definitely going to get bogged down there. Look at it. It basically has like ice on it. There's no grip left on these tires. Alright, finally made it. I'm finally here. It's nearly 4 p.m. So that gives me enough time to set up camp. There's a walk that is roughly 30 minutes one way, so an hour return. This is really beautiful. Look at these giant footsteps. These are emu footsteps. Let's walk back, have early dinner or early night. So I'm gonna turn off the light and sleep and have an amazing, beautiful day tomorrow. So excited for the tour. Not too shabby. Great view. Just charging my phone. I need to make it back, but I need to turn around at 8:20. So I have like a 40-minute hike up and I'll see how far I can go. Maybe I'll make it to the caves, maybe not. And then I'll turn around at 8:20 and that'll allow me to be back at the campsite by 9 a.m. to eat some breakfast before the tour. It's currently 7:48 a.m. Peace. So we just entered the Murruwinji historic site. So the Murruwinji National Park tour was amazing. It's this traditional land. People can't go here on their own. It's gated off. So this is a personal tour with a local Aboriginal from Australia. This is like a rock where it's like 40,000 years old. We see all these etchings. It's sort of a style of Aboriginal art where people etch sort of paintings into the rock face. And I was learning about all the different tribes, how they would meet at this sort of traditional area. So the tour has ended and we'll close the gate to the historical site and we're going back. I'm taking this road that will take me back to the main road here, which will allow me to drive straight to Sydney. Really close to the main road, I get freaking stuck. And I'm stuck already. I go this way. I don't know if this makes much difference. I might just dig all this shit. Now I hear these sounds of these motorbike revs, so I'm walking in that direction, hoping to see if I can find someone that can help me out. Excuse me? Hello? This kid, why does he keep turning around? Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Yes, thank you. I got saved. I feel much better now. Someone's gonna come and help me. So me and Kaylin were just shoving a bunch of sticks and his mum is trying to rev the car forward and backs and as you can see, mud is flying everywhere. Made it out. Thanks to these guys, they saved my life. Man, look at the car. Alright, so I'm looping all the way around to go back to Broken Hill. Filling up the car, figuring out where I can get accommodation tonight. Because Broken Hill is out, I want to continue driving. Yeah, I need to get this shit out. Man, I'm calling everywhere and it's just fully booked out due to the Mad Max. Going all the way out back to Silverton, 25 minutes backwards just to go to a campsite. I'm gonna sleep really early, like maybe 6:30, and I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna just try to get a good night's rest and then leave at like 6 a.m. It's time to head off now. Let's see if I can knock out a 13-hour drive or maybe I can stop somewhere for the night. I'll play it by ear. It's crazy. Literally driving through the desert, through the outback right now. Feeling good, feeling good. I think I can make it back to Sydney today. So since I'm on the way back to Sydney, that 20 litres of petrol I had in that jerrycan, I quickly fill it up, put it into the car and continue the drive back to Sydney. Mandarin, 2 crackers, really short break and I'm back on the road. 5-hour drives to Lithgow, gonna get there around 7 p.m. I live in Sydney. 512 kilometers to Sydney. Shit, basically racing against the sun once again. The sun's sort of down already, but still got some sunlight. Clouds are looking pretty rainy because I know in Sydney it's raining a lot. So let's try to rush to the highway. And I feel much more safer because they can sort of lead the way. So this is what it's like to drive at night. You're going like 100 and you can't see anything. 30 minutes away. Can't wait to get home. Made it alive. I did not die. Oh. Just got home and I missed this. It looks bigger than I thought. Yeah, for some reason it looks much bigger than I'm used to, maybe because I'm just sleeping in my tent. Wow. I miss home. Really do miss home.